Jubilee Cisneros on my right, Shelby Ortega-Hufana on my left. The women that had to travel the shortest distance to get here just covered 25 laps together for the first time. Jubilee is victorious in the Invitational Elite 10,000 here at the 66-mile SAC Relays, 37:49 in her debut. Shelby, runner-up, 38:54 in her debut. Jubilee, I'm always fascinated because I know how strong you are on the 5K. What did the reality of tacking on another 12 and a half laps, like how did the hurt match up to what you thought it would be like in your mind?
Yeah, it was definitely what I expected. It was double what I'm used to doing, but I was so excited to get out there and just really push through it.
Absolutely. From the performance that you had, almost running sub 18. Like, what did that do? Just to kind of give you, encouragement and affirmation and validation that training and racing is going well, and this to be the right time for you to, metaphorically dip your toe into the deepest of the deep end.
Yeah, I learned a lot from the race, and it definitely showed that this is something that I really want to do. The 10K, my favorite event now, for the first time doing it. And I have so many more goals that I want to do in this, so yeah.
Well, the woman that first started running at nearby Valencia High School in Placentia, did you feel, because obviously in high school you're running 5K and cross, but the max you're going to go, unless it's like a unattached all-comers race is 8 laps, 30, did you always feel like, hey, by the time I get to college and beyond, like the longer the better? Do you feel like that fits just with your tempo and your rhythm and the fact that you are so metronomic?
Yeah, I definitely knew I always wanted to do the longer distance. Like in high school, 32 is my favorite. I didn't really know there was a 10K until I got here, and I was like, awesome. So yeah, I just always knew longer distance was my favorite. Yeah.
Fantastic. And Shelby, just the takeaways for you after running the low 19s in the 5K, and just what you felt optimistic about, and I don't know how enthusiastic people are when they know that they're going to tackle 25 laps for the first time, but just in terms of, like, again, words that I use with Jubilee, affirmation, validation, preparedness not only physically but mentally and emotionally to tackle the biggest challenge of your career. How did the reality of what was just executed out there kind of match up to what those visions were as you were preparing for it this week and warming up today?
Yeah, I definitely imagined kind of what I was going to feel mile through mile, and then actually out on the track, it was a little dizzy. It's okay. And then, yeah, this season has been a little bit of a struggle, but I'm just really proud to get out there and kind of represent my community, where I'm from, my family, my people, and that's something that I carry with me on the track, on the grass, and it really motivates me to keep going whenever I'm feeling super down or super unmotivated or kind of imposter syndrome. So I'm just really proud to represent no matter what I do out on the track or on the grass. That's really what it is about.
You've been part of such an incredible legacy and being such a remarkable ambassador, Saga Strong. So obviously that is no more appropriate than tonight, because you have to be the strongest mentally, emotionally, and physically that you've ever been. I mean, just all that time with that amazing program, and going through high school, and then obviously through the first couple years at Poly Pomona. Just what has it taught you about just mental toughness and resilient, and just grit and will and determination? Because for you to go out there the very first time, and the difference between 38:54 and 39:04, it could be literally one lap. So the fact that you just stayed so locked in and just so persevering, to be able to same thing for Jubilee, to be sub 38 the first time, for you to be sub 39 the first time, that could flip in one lap. So just how proud were you of just the fact that that you were Saga strong and Poly Pomona strong tonight?
Yes, all of those adjectives like grit, resilience, perseverance, determination are all things that I have learned in high school and brought with me to college. College was such a different experience for me. Coming from Saugus, I was a little bit up there, so coming to a place where I was evenly matched was super difficult, and I was not as strong as I was coming into college as I was in high school. But then my senior year, this year has really turned it all around for me, and I think what switched with me for that was this is it, and this is kind of my last chance to represent myself and what I've gone through and what me and my peers and my family and my friends have gone through, and kind of show that we can go through hard things and still succeed. And what happened in the past, it's super, super tragic, and they'll never have those opportunities to graduate high school, go to college, graduate college, get married, fall in love, have a career, live out their dreams, and I still have this opportunity to do that. So that is something I think about whenever I go to school, whenever I'm having a little treat, whenever I'm out on the track. I'm just super grateful to have everything that I have, and to have this ability, to have my legs, to have my arms, just to have everything. So all of that is really what has carried me throughout my career in life.
The fact that I know that you carry and honor them, like literally with every step, you know, whether it's 12 and a half laps, whether it's 25 laps, training sessions, races. Like I look at the fact that Jubilee's just getting started, and she's going to carry on an incredible legacy, you know, presently,
she's definitely paving the way.
and the future of Cal Poly distance runners, and especially in the 10K. But you're carrying, you know, the memories and again honoring so many people. So at times out there, Shelby, like when it got really tough, or at times when it gets really tough in a 5K, are you able to draw on the fact that this is bigger than myself? This is family. This is community. This, you know, this is where I've been. This is where I am. This is where I'm going. Like, does that give you that 1% extra, you know, when it gets really hard?
1,000% extra. Whenever I'm feeling super down, like I was saying before, like that is truly the one thing that really keeps me going. And in past races, I've gone through like harder situations. I felt even worse. I run a lot harder. So coming out here to do 25 laps is intimidating for anyone, I think. But I know I can get through it. I've been through worse, and I can get through anything after that. And thinking about those people, you can think about it in a sad way, and obviously it is super sad. And you have your moments. You will never not have your moments, but kind of turning that around to live your life, I think, is what is really important, and to keep you going throughout.
Fantastic. So beautifully stated. Jubilee, I want to come back to where we started. I know there's going to be a recovery and obviously an opportunity to reflect and review, but now that you both have won, and hopefully we get you in a bigger field where the two of you don't have to do all the work by yourself, you know, how much does that opportunity and that, you know, that room for growth excite you, you know, and the fact that, you know, I want to be able to run off other people, because everybody had the benefit, Shelby included, to run off of you setting the tempo tonight. I have a feeling that time is going to drop drastically. Just the fact if you get into a bigger race with some people who are ambitious and courageous and fearless doing the work in front of you, is that something that like really empowers you and uplifts you and motivates you going forward?
Yeah, I'm extremely motivated, and I always want to do better. I always have room for improvement, definitely, and I learned so much from today, and I know I can do so much more, and I'm excited to push myself even more. So,
fantastic. Jubilee Cisneros, Shelby Ortega-Hufana, Cal Poly Pomona 1-2, and the Invitational Elite Women's 10,000 here, the 66 Mount SAC Relays. Ladies, fantastic job, and thank you so much for sharing.
thank you.
Thank you.